rock the mic. Put your foot on the gas and eat a red light. Ride the beat when you rock the mic.
Alright guys, welcome back to Subnautica Part 3. Last time we left off we got this radio call right here. We got Life Pod 17 finished. So let's see what this has got to say.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you, I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out. What else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR. And I blew it. It's a bad option, alright, but so are all the others.
I was going to go off in my spare time and collect some food, water, that type of stuff, but I've not really had time. With me posting a video every day, I've not really had time because I've got to edit it and then obviously make sure it uploads and kind of everything else. So what I might do is I might change my schedule to where I upload. I'll do the live streams 6 PM from Friday till Sunday, and then I think I might do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. But I'll post it up on either YouTube Shorts or I'll post it up on. I'll either post it up on YouTube Shorts or I'll post it up on my TikTok. So if you guys aren't following me on TikTok yet, just go follow me over there, because I normally post when I'm going to do some stuff. I've been posting like the Deadpool live stream and everything, same as what I've been doing on YouTube Shorts. So we've got a decent amount of supplies now. We can eat some of these, and then let's head off and see if we can find a wreck or some sort of. In fact, let's head over to the Aurora. We'll go in the Aurora this episode, because in episode I think it's 2, we tried to go into the Aurora, but I ended up dehydrating, so I ended up just dying by the Reaper Leviathan. Because I was going to dehydrate anyway, I just decided to go and try and get a bioscan from the Reaper Leviathan, which didn't end well, as you can imagine. But we're getting close to the Aurora. I mean, I probably should have done this towards daytime rather than nighttime, but we're already on the way now, so not like it matters too much. See, there's a wreck near the Aurora, but I don't know if I've already explored this or not. I think I did. Yeah, we did this in the last episode, so unless there's any like stray fragments around for things that I haven't scanned yet, I'm pretty sure we're good to go on this wreck, which means I'm close to the Aurora as well, yeah. Because we found this wreck very, very close to the Aurora, or at least the back of it anyway. Let's see if we can head inside the Aurora. Cyclops Park for the submarine. I did say in the last episode as well I wanted to start building vehicles soon, so that's gonna kind of help out a decent amount to start getting vehicle parts. There's another crate down here. They call medkit inside. I don't think there's gonna be any more Cyclops parts around here. I think that was probably about what I was gonna get from here, but I know there's a couple more right at the back of the Aurora, near where the near where the Reaper Leviathan is. I think I'm gonna go there and get some of the parts, to be honest, but I'm gonna wait for it to become daytime. Power transmitter. Yo, I got so lucky to see that. That is like the smallest part ever. Well, I mean, that's unlocked the blueprint straight away, so that kind of helps out a bit. What's this? Scrap metal. So yeah, there's gonna be a Reaper down here, but if we can kind of dodge him, we should be able to get a couple more Cyclops parts, maybe even a Seamoth part. I'm not too sure. We're near the back of the Aurora anyway, so the Reaper's gonna be just over here. Probably gonna see him before I even get to the back of it properly. Yeah, it's right there. I don't know if you can see the outline on camera. I don't really want to off either, so I don't want to get close to it, but it's definitely around, that's for sure. I just don't want it to swim too close to the back of the ship, because I don't really want it to kind of catch me.
Will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
I thought I seen it then, but I don't think I did. Yeah, there's normally a couple of submarine parts around the back of the Aurora. They're not too common, but they're not too rare either. If you go, I think it's more or less over on this side. you should start finding parts of it. Like there'll be a part right here for the Cyclops. There should probably be another one just over here somewhere as well. But if you come to the other side of the Aurora, not the side where your life pod spawns on, but the other side, you can start going around and just basically finding a load of submarine parts. I just gotta be careful of this Reaper Leviathan. And if you kind of just follow this like little pivot down,
30 seconds.
you should start finding some more. I'm gonna have to go for oxygen though, which I don't really want to fight this Reaper. So if I stay by this engine, we should be okay. Because like I said in the last video where I put that map up on screen, the Reaper normally stays in between the two thrusters. So obviously this one, that one. But if I kind of stay here, it should be fine. Because it's normally like in that area. But just down here, obviously we had a crate. And if you kind of stay in the pivot, like I was just saying, if you stay in this almost little drop, there should be a few more parts as you're just going down. But I have really got to be careful of the Reaper Leviathan. Whoa! Uh-oh! 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 What do I do? Wait, there's two! Why is there two at the back of the Aurora? That's never happened. There's never been two Reaper Leviathans at the back of the Aurora. What? What? I've never experienced two Reaper Leviathans. I mean, I've experienced one at the front, one at the back, but never two at the back. I'm trying to locate the other one. I want to kind of head off this way. I'm not really trying to tackle my man anymore. I only wanted to get these parts. That actually kind of shook me a little bit. There's never been two Reaper. Oh. Okay, so I might need to. Well, I'm not really going to update the map. I'm just going to probably add it on screen to this video as well. But so there's a Reaper Leviathan there. There's one over here, and then there's one kind of just where the circle is right now. Yeah, you see, so there's one there and then there's one further back. So it's like, if you're trying to get the submarine parts, you've got to deal with the Reaper Leviathan at the back of the Aurora. And if you go too far out, you'll probably have, obviously, this Reaper Leviathan to deal with.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
There's another Cyclops part. So if I can get rid of this Reaper, I can kind of scan this. Right, and then there should be, I think it's one more, yeah.
30 seconds.
Which, like I said before, it's normally in this area, so you should be able to find all the parts that you'll need for the submarine basically here. Like, I'm finding engine parts, hull parts, bridge parts. And the main reason that you'll be able to find all of the all of the submarine parts down here is because when the Aurora crashed, if you listen to, I think it's LifePod 6 PDA message, when the Aurora crashed, it was carrying everything it needed, like phase gates, Cyclops parts, prawn suit, gear, basically all that kind of stuff. I mean, the Reaper Leviathan's not after me anymore, so that's kind of good. But yeah, the Aurora was carrying all of that stuff, so when it obviously crashed, or, you know, got shot down by the gun, whatever you want to call it, it kind of almost like scattered everything everywhere. So if I keep heading down, there should be a couple more parts just at the bottom near this like reefy area before we start getting to bone sharks. So if I get the prawn suit as well, there's a few salt deposits, so that's good. I just don't want to be going too far out because I know most of the parts are around here. There's the propulsion cannon fragment. But like a lot of the submarine parts will be basically right underneath those two Reaper Leviathans, which is kind of the unfortunate part. But we got a lot of, oh, that's a power cell. We got a lot of sub parts to begin with anyway. And then yeah, see, there's some more right here. Another engine fragment, which that should be the engine complete now. And then
New blueprint acquired.
There's a hull fragment. Oh no, it's a bridge fragment. So that should be the bridge completed, or we might need one more of those.
New blueprint acquired.
So there's the bridge completed. Another crate down here. This should
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
should be.
decreased.
I'm gonna die, I think. There should be some more parts down there, like I said, but obviously I think that engine part.
No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait.
Oh, that was some luck. I am really scared of these two Reaper Leviathans. I didn't know there was two at the back of the Aurora. Like I say, I've played the game a decent amount of times, and every time I've come to the back of the Aurora, it's always just been that one. There's never been two Reaper Leviathans at the back anyway. There's obviously always one at the front, and then there's the one that kind of swims around near the engines, but apparently now there's a couple at the back. There's, I think that's another engine part. I don't need that, yeah. So I think all I'm looking for now is hull fragments. So we've got the bridge complete, we've got the engine. I think I just need hull fragments. Which I'm still trying to be careful of these Reaper Leviathans, but the parts are always going to be around here, so I may just edit out me looking around for it. Right guys, we're being attacked by the Reaper Leviathan again. I was going to edit it when I found the other hull part, but the Reaper decided it was going to start chasing me down, so the other part can't be too far away. It has got to be around here. There's a couple crates. Whoa, is that the Reaper? Yeah, it is. Jesus. Woohoo! That was close. There's so many Reaper Leviathans! That means my facts in the last video was completely wrong.
30 seconds.
Because, again, like I've already stated in this video, last time I played, there was one Reaper Leviathan at the back, one at the front. There is 3 Reaper Leviathans at the back, and I don't know how many at the front, because I'm not there yet. So they've definitely updated that. I'm pretty sure they did that to make the Aurora harder. Because it always used to just be bare easy. You just swim to the front and then you're basically in. Like the Reaper Leviathans didn't really come after you. They didn't really bother you. They just kind of left you to do what you needed to do. Alright, let's continue looking around for this hull fragment. But yeah, that is completely crazy. 3 Reaper Leviathans at the back of the Aurora. I don't know if there's a Reaper Leviathan here because you're not really supposed to go down there, but because obviously on the other side of the Aurora there's not really anything for you. You're not. You kind of stay in one area. You stay between the 2 islands or obviously the Aurora. You don't either surpass it or you don't really need to surpass the Aurora, to be honest. You just kind of keep exploring around. I don't think I'm going to find this part, by the way, so I'm just going to cut out a good couple of minutes of the video and I'll see you when I'm in the Aurora. Alright guys, I was going to cut it to where I was in the Aurora, but just an update on, well, pretty much kind of everything. So in the last video I put a map up on screen and said there was one
30 seconds.
whoa oh I said in the last video there was one Reaper Leviathan at the engine and one at the nose of the Aurora, which obviously there was a map up on screen. I'll put it up on screen now. But I've kind of figured out that that's not true. There's one Reaper Leviathan at the back of the Aurora at one thruster. So let me head out of here. So over there at that thruster there's a Reaper Leviathan just basically swimming around right below it. And then if you go to the other side of the Aurora, these 2 little thrusters, there's a Reaper Leviathan that swims around that one as well, because there's a load of Cyclops parts down below. And then obviously at the nose there's one Reaper Leviathan as far as I know that swims around at the front. I didn't know there was 3 at the back because I was just over there a minute ago, as you'll see in the video. Unless I caught most of it out because I was looking for a Cyclops part. And I was, obviously again, I was outside the Aurora looking for a Cyclops part, and I'd seen the one Reaper Leviathan, so I was like, alright, cool, that's just business as usual. And then I seen another Reaper Leviathan, I thought, alright, that's a bit, you know, not really something I was expecting, for the fact of I thought there was only one at the back. But 2 ain't that bad, I can handle it. And then I kind of started moving back from the thrusters and starting, instead of being at the thrusters, let me come up. Where are we? Instead of being at the back of the thrusters here, I started heading to about like here in the water, right behind the Aurora, and there's another one that swims around there as well. So there's literally 3 Reaper Leviathans at the back of the Aurora, and I'm assuming 1 or 2 at the front. I don't think there'd be more than 2 at the front, I can't lie, but I will meet you guys when we're in the Aurora. Alright guys, made it to the Aurora. Maybe a bit dark, I'll try and brighten it up a little bit in post-edit if I can. Hopefully it's not too bad though for you lot. If I get the propulsion cannon, I can kind of move all that out of the way. Scan the floodlight. I'm going to try and get as much stuff as I can, so I do apologise if it takes me a while to get through here. I just want to scan everything and try and learn as much buildables as I can.
New blueprint acquired.
So I do apologise if it takes me a while to get through. I mean, if it does, I'll try and cut some parts out to where it doesn't drag.
Warning.
Yeah, see, I don't have a laser cutter yet, so it's technically telling me that I can't really explore it. But you don't actually need the laser cutter. Well, you do for some doors, obviously. That's why they tell you you need it. But the ship is pretty lootable without even having a laser cutter anyway. There's a lot of these little crab things on here, so the digestive tracts of nearby life forms, I'm guessing that'll be the Reaper Leviathans, and they contain obviously human tissues because of everyone that crashed out of the life pods in the Aurora. Well, not everyone, but at the people that was in the Aurora, because there was I think it was a PDA message that said people were still in the Aurora when it crashed. Nobody warned them that it was going to crash, so obviously it just went down, and the people that was inside obviously just didn't really make it, as you can imagine. So there's a PDA right here. We'll listen to this.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power. Unable to remotely download black box data. Scans of damage to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
The Aurora has a black box on it. What? Right, I'm gonna need fire extinguisher. There we go, fire extinguisher. I knew there'd be one around. They're not just gonna leave me without anything, because obviously when you're coming over here, you don't know to make a fire extinguisher. It doesn't tell you until you're at the Aurora that you're gonna need fire suppression equipment. Take the prawn suit poster, PDA. We'll take that.
Integrating new PDA data.
Cargo bay door code 1454. Let's go do that real quick. Okay, right, that door's unlocked. So let's finish that room that we was just in. Well, let's have a look, see what was in this room, because I know there was definitely some stuff in here we've missed. You see, there's a battery on there. There's a chair, table, a bin, another chair. I thought that was a PDA on the floor, but it's not. Swivel chair, and then I think I need to scan the desk as well, because I don't think I've scanned one of these yet. Oh wait, yeah, I have.
New blueprint acquired.
And then I also put all of that fire out of that door, so that means that the fire is slowly coming back, which ain't good. I really also need to make a flashlight, because at the minute I'm just using my sea glider as a flashlight, which ain't good. Which I have the batteries to do so, but it's just, I'm literally just whacking all my supplies. By the time I've done putting batteries in here just to keep the sea glide going, I may as well have just made a flashlight for the amount of materials it's going to take for the batteries. There's a PDA right here.
Integrating new PDA data.
There's no sort of like audio file on it. Normally there's like a little recording, but apparently not. Cyclops engine fragment. So there's a Cyclops pieces in here, but we just need a hull fragment. If we can find one hull fragment, we should be good to go. And I keep trying to press crouch, so I keep trying to take a screenshot. Which obviously you can't really crouch in this game, so I don't know why I'm trying. I think that's it in the way of submarine parts. I think it was just one. That's kind of I mean, we're getting a lot of food, a lot of water, which we could do with, because I'm about to dehydrate and starve, so... Right, here's where the prawn suit comes, not the prawn suit, the repair tool comes into play. Because I'm now going to want... Yeah, they're them little leech things that fucking stick to you, so I can't sit around for too long. That's going to require a laser cutter, yep. Let's get out of the water first, let's head over here, stay out of the water.
Do not attempt repair without appropriate qualifications.
Cyclops
Warning,
module.
Local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Right. If we kind of start repairing some of these, it should dampen down the radiation a little, which in turn should make it a bit easier. Because then I don't need the radiation suit either.
Containment breach repair.
Could start using my rebreather in that then, that we made in the last episode. Trying to move around because I don't want these leeches to get me. I mean, I'll stand still for this one. If I end up with a leech on me, I'll move around for all the others. Yeah, see, that got close. Oh, come on, it could have let me repair it from there. Surely. Alright, there's 4 left. I don't know where the last 3 are. I mean, there's another one on this pole though, so... And I think there's another one on this pole. I think they're all going to be on this pole. Oh no, it's over here. Alright, and then there's just one left. Which is going to be... So it should tell me something about the radiation once I see all this. So there's the radiation levels decreasing.
Radiation levels decreasing.
So now that that's done, we can swap the battery over in this. Head completely straight, which is where we started from. Get the repair tool on this, get me in this room, see what's in here. Yeah, sea moth fragments! I'm only going to need one more now and I can make a sea moth, which there should be. Yep, right there. Yeah, so by the next episode we should have a sea moth, or in the next episode I'll probably be making a sea moth. There's also a sea moth dev module, so we'll take that. I think that's about that for that room, and then the other room requires a laser cutter anyway, which we cannot do yet because we don't have a laser cutter. So there's all that explored down there. We've got the what's it called, the sea moth parts, so we can start making a sea moth soon. And then I'm pretty sure there's going to be another way over here, I think, to be able to get somewhere else in the ship. I'm not too sure though. We're back at the start now, so we've looted most of it. I think what I'm going to do for now then is head back to the life pod, see what we need to make a mobile vehicle bay, just to start making vehicles, and then I think we'll go from there. I also kind of want to do some research and see how many Reaper Leviathans are at the front of the submarine. Well, not the submarine, the Aurora, because like I said earlier, I don't know if you'll see it in the video because I'm going to cut a lot of the parts out. There's the Reaper Leviathan number 1. But I'm going to cut a lot of the parts out. There's 3 Reaper Leviathans. Whoa. There was 3 Reaper Leviathans at the back of the Aurora, which is obviously just nuts. Like, you really don't need 3 Reaper Leviathans for the Aurora, but... So I'm pretty sure it's only 1 Reaper Leviathan at the front. Nope. There's another one. So there's 2 Reaper Leviathans at the front and 3 at the back. There's 1, 2. Yeah, that's crazy. So there's 2 Reaper Leviathans at the front and 3 at the back. That's kind of handy to know, though. So at least, like, anybody heading to... Whoa, shit, that actually made me jump. So at least we know anybody who's heading to the Aurora, like, you'll know that you've got to be careful at the front and the back. But like I said in the last episode, and I've stated it a couple times in this episode, the map that I put on screen last time, I literally just made it real quick because I couldn't find one on Google anyway. So I just made it real quick, so that's why there's 1 Reaper at the front, 1 at the back, instead of 3 and 2. Because obviously, like I said, I did not know that there was that many. But when it comes down to it, getting to the front of the Aurora, or the back of the Aurora for the submarine part, so I don't think there's any at the front, I know there is at the back. But if you're trying to... We did this last episode. We found Life Pod 6 without even having the radio call, and now we've just found Life Pod 4 upside down. Creature decoy. Well, it clearly didn't work for these, man, did it? So, is there not a PDA anyway? Yeah, there's a PDA right there.
To any Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. 1 specimen attempted to swallow the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
Then I guess you miscalculated indeed, because as we stated earlier as well, when we got on the Aurora, or when we was looking around the Aurora at least, the woman on the PDA said that, oh, that's a little mushroom area down there. The woman on the PDA said that the life forms in the area, well, I can't even remember what it's called. That's it. The human tissues is what's been found in the digestive tracts of nearby animals. So obviously the Reapers must have caught him as he's on his way to the Aurora. I'm guessing the creature decoy either didn't acknowledge the creature decoy and just went straight after him anyway because it thought, well, that's food, not a bright red light. Or the creature decoy lasted a little while and then my man miscalculated, like he said, and ended up dead in the long run. I think we unlocked the laser cutter fragment, the laser cutter in the last episode, so I think that's just going to be titanium. Nope. Okay. Oh, no, I died. Yeah, I remember. I put the flashback in the episode because I ended up dying. I was over here trying to loot, I think it was this crate. Yeah, it's right here. Like a little leech killed me and it didn't give me the part, which is obviously unfortunate. But at least we've got the laser cutter now, which we needed for the Aurora. So once we've got either a sea moth, that's the little leech things I'm on about. So either we get a sea moth or we can use the sea glide to get over there, but it will just take a lot longer. But I'm thinking we head over to the island where the gun is, or the other island, and try and get a diamond to start making the laser cutter. So then that way we can kind of loot around the Aurora a lot more, which will make it easier as well if we have a laser cutter, because we can get more materials, we can do more research, scan some more things, and kind of move along with the story a lot quicker, which is obviously something I'm wanting to do. I'm not just wanting to fill these episodes with me just swimming around. It's why I cut a lot of most of them out, because I don't want to just be swimming around, you know, just basically chatting pure waffle. Because if I'm just chatting waffle, I mean, it's not really entertaining, is it? Ingredients unknown from mobile vehicle bay. See, I don't get why it said that, because we unlocked that in the first episode. So I don't know why it's not telling me what I can... So we aren't going to be able to make the sea glide just yet. I can make a propulsion cannon, no? Which may be good for that part in the submarine, in the ship we found. I'm going to take this off. Oh, I can't even, I've not got enough space in my inventory.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Okay. So the rescue team's on the way, so that's something that we're probably going to see in the next episode. We're gonna have to try and find mobile vehicle bay parts because I want to try and make a sea moth in next episode as well. But if you guys did enjoy, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button, turn on the notifications bell to always get notified when I post a video. If you want to go follow me over on Twitch, I would appreciate that as well. I do lives from Friday till Sunday at 6 PM. If you want to come talk to me in real live time, just hop over there.